Welcome back to another episode of Platinum Rewind. Today we're going to be taking a look at my third ever Platinum video, and that was the 2016 remake of Ratchet and Clank. If you don't know what we do in these videos, basically I'm going to go back, talk about the game, talk about my Platinum experience, the editing process, reacting to a little bit of the video, and talking about some of the trophies that gave me some troubles or that were super easy. All while going back and playing through a little bit of the game. So let's go ahead and start a new game on normal, and let's see if I remember this game very well. Honestly, I don't really remember a lot of this game. I know this game doesn't really have the best rep to it. A lot of Ratchet and Clank fans don't really see this game as a good remake of the original, and I kind of agree, honestly. After playing this game, so I played this game before I went ahead and platinumed all the PS3 Ratchet and Clanks. I also made a video on that. I kind of agree with that, honestly. It's not really it's not a bad game. Like, it was enjoyable. I did enjoy my time playing this game, but after going back and playing the original, it doesn't really stand up to a really good remake. For the most part, it was pretty easy. It was just like the original Ratchet and Clank, where there are a lot of kind of miscellaneous stuff with like the skill points, which, speaking of skill points, this game is kind of missing that. Like, in my opinion, the most fun thing about the old Ratchet and Clanks was doing the skill points. And this game is kind of just like a bunch of tedious grinding, like maxing out all your weapons, maxing out Ratchet. And don't get me wrong, you have to do that in the other games as well. But I think the grind was less prominent in those games and takes a backseat to getting the skill points rather than... I remember sitting in a room on one of the planets with a bunch of the amoeboids, or whatever you call them, the goo-looking monsters, and literally just sitting there for a couple hours, just blasting enemies, reloading the checkpoint, and then blasting them again. Because all for just like maxing out Ratchet and maxing out my weapons. I think the problem with this game right here was more that they made this game as like a promotional thing with the Ratchet and Clank movie that also came out the same year, rather than trying to make like a real faithful remake to the original game. And I think like it doesn't feel genuine at all. But like I said, this isn't a bad game. I still enjoyed my time. It's not like unbearable where I never play it again. Yeah, but taking a look at some of the trophies, some story trophies here: rescuing the mayor, escape from Victor on Quartu, complete the ranger tryouts. We literally just did that. Yeah, this was a weird new feature that they added to in the game: duplicate or hollow cards. And this was basically some kind of weird like collectible where you get these cards and you can unlock a bunch of basically like concept art in the game, and I had to collect everyone. Let's see if I can see the hollow cards in the menu. I don't think I can right away. When we get to it, I'll go a little more in depth of how they worked. It was a super weird collectible in my opinion. You had to collect everyone, and I believe you had to collect all of them for a weapon to be able to get the mega version of the weapon, and you had to get the mega versions to fully upgrade the weapon for the trophy. So you had to collect as many as you could. The good system about it was that you can like kind of like trade them in if you got duplicates. Nice, we get our first blaster. The blaster is always like the combuster. Okay, but let's get to the main event of all trophies in this game. Let's forget about all of the grinding. Let's forget about all of the collecting of the bolts, of the hollow cards, all the miscellaneous trophies that were kind of like skill points but weren't because they're not in this game. The single trophy that I remember with this game, and I will always attach when thinking of this game, is this trophy right here: Death by Disco, where you had to use a weapon called the Groovatron, which is literally just the boogie bomb from Fortnite, and I had to use this weapon on every single type of enemy in the entire game. And when I mean every enemy, I mean every enemy. Every little side little bitch that you could think of. Like, you would think like, oh, I don't have to hit those. No, you have to hit those. You have to get these guys. And guess what? Here's the great part about that trophy. Some of the enemies in this game are on a specific planet and you never see them again, such as bosses. You have to hit every boss with it as well, and if you don't hit a boss with it, you're going to fail the trophy and you have to redo the entire thing. And I think that's what happened to me when I did it. And there's also the same thing with the bosses. There's certain enemies on planets where once you leave that planet, you can't go back, and yeah, that would also fail. I remember it took me, I think, a whole additional playthrough to do that trophy because I have failed it originally, which absolutely sucked. Now, thank God it's not a long game, so I didn't have to go back that far. It didn't take too much of my time. Matter of fact, I'm curious, how many hours do I have on this game? I have 21 hours, so this wasn't a long platinum. Like I said, back in the day when I was first starting to do the platinums, I purposely didn't pick any long platinums. But it still sucked to have to play the entire game again instead of just being done right there. Because I had went through the entire game doing it and then hitting it on the final boss, Nefarious, to then just realize that you failed, sucks. And there's no tracker on it either. There's no tracker to see what zombies. I almost said zombies. Been playing way too much zombies as of lately. There's no tracker to see what enemies you've hit and what enemies you've missed. So you just kind of gotta guess, which is awful. Also, there's a lot of fucking enemies here for the start of the game, like Jesus. So this is how you actually upgraded your weapons in the game, was through rare and titanium. In the original game, I believe it was only just leveling it up, boosted your stats. As you can see, if I upgraded this weapon, I get a bonus in bolts and a bonus in rare and titanium while using it. And I get more damage, of course. You get like little mystery upgrades like that. Oh yeah, those are signaled by the little symbols in the middle if you fully surround it. But that was another little feature that they added in the game that was in the original. I actually don't mind that feature. I actually like it. Getting to upgrade the gun the way that you want instead of just, oh, you just get the upgrade if you level up. Oh, the pyrociter. I forgot about that gun. Fuck it, let's buy it. Let's get it. Why not? So these were the holo cards I was talking about. So let's see when we collect one. Okay, so holo card pack acquired. So yeah, then we literally come in the menu and we basically open packs. This is like a whole different collectible than gold bolts were. So there you go. As you can see, there's a bunch of different sets you can do. If you get duplicates, it's shown in the bottom left. And you can only collect these 3 because it's all I have. But yeah, you had to collect all of these for the combustor to be able to get to the mega version to then fully upgrade it. Same with the proton drum. And as you can see, there's 33 sets in total. They're actually per planet, it seems like. And you can get rhino cards. That's how you unlock the rhino in this game. You need to get 6 of the rhino cards to then be able to purchase the rhino. Like I said, it's not like a terrible collectible. It's just like, I think it was unneeded, to be honest. I think they should have just kept it how it was. Maybe made it more focused around Barantanium and bolts, just like it was in the original game, and leveling up. See if there's anything all the way at the top. Ooh, there is. I found the secrets. Oh, there's literally Jack. Oh no, holo card. Okay, let's open another pack. We don't got much, so I mean, we can't really. Okay, let's see. So we got the B6 obliterator. Yes, I believe that. Oh, okay, that's the upgrade of the grenade once you get a little bit of levels to it. So I almost got the Veldine pack done. So the big question that I haven't answered in this video yet, why did I choose Ratchet and Clank? And to be completely honest with you, I literally do not know a thought in my brain that went behind choosing Ratchet and Clank. I literally probably just saw it on PS, was like, hey, this is free and it's a quick platinum. Let me do it. I like the Ratchet and Clank games. I haven't played them in a little bit. And I literally just decided to play it. I mean, that's pretty much how it was back in the day when I was deciding what games to do. It was either A, it's a quick platinum and I want to play it and it's a game that I played as a kid, because I didn't have a PS3 yet, so I couldn't play the old Ratchet and Clanks, and I really didn't want to play it on the streaming thing either. So I was like, okay, 2016 Ratchet and Clank it is, I guess. Or I would choose a game that I had already played in my childhood and then platinum that, since like I'm already familiar with it and I know what to talk about and how to make a video on it. I want to give a little bit of praise to this game too. Like some of the planets, like this planet in particular, they did really well with. I feel like this planet is a really faithful remake to the original Veldin. I feel like sometimes with remakes and even new games like of a franchise like Ratchet and Clank is you have to let a game evolve. You can't just sit here and copy and paste a game over and over and over, because people will get tired of it. Like you have to let a game evolve and you have to be open to new ideas and gameplay mechanics and stuff like that to let the game stand out compared to its past games. It can't just be a copy and paste of each game. Like the big example of that is with Call of Duty, right? For years back in the day, I remember people saying, oh, Call of Duty is just a copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, this, that, this, that. But as soon as they try to implement new ideas, new features, stuff like that, people complain and say they want the old shit. Now, the Call of Duty community is the worst I have ever seen with that. They literally just want to copy and paste the Black Ops 2 every year. That's what they say they want, but But in reality, if that would happen, they would just get tired of it. Like, sometimes you have to give praise where, like, they, like, tried to make it as faithful as the original too. Like, this planet is pretty good. I feel like I'm playing on the original planet. Well, like, another thing is, it's okay. But another thing is, it's okay to not like the new game. Say you don't like it and go play the other game. Don't sit here and complain that, oh, we want this, we want this, we want that. Why can't you change this? Why can't you do that? Just shut up and go play the old game, bro. The old game is still there for you to play, always. All right, and that is the first planet done. Let's see if I can fully upgrade my weapon. I've been working to upgrade. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, I've been working to get one of these secret upgrades for the combustor. So let's get it. Let's see what we get. Stable plasma. The combustor's plasma bolts travel even further before burning out, allowing you to pick off enemies from longer range. See, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's buy the proton drum just to get all the weapons. Not gonna really use it much, but I do want to go into my other save as well and see just like all of my like ultimate shit as well. Okay, so starting off the video right away, my hair is already pissing me off. Of my favorite video game franchises. So that's why I decided to go for the platinum trophy. Look at that. Look at those elite subtitles right there. Franchises. So that's why I decided to go for the platinum trophy. And that platinum trophy is literally the worst quality image I think I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. The PS4 remake of Ratchet and Clank 1. This game did take me a couple playthroughs to platinum, but overall it was still pretty easy. I got through this platinum in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Hey. Was to just back in the day, the main story. This editing right here, any miscellaneous. This editing right here, I had no idea how to do this still. I had no idea how to do any of this. So this is like good editing to me. This is more editing than I would usually do on any video like ever back in the day. So, I mean, doing this is like kind of like my intros now. The 2 main parts of editing a video is 1, the intro. The intro always takes me the longest out of any other part of the video. Intros just take forever because there's a lot of different effects that I have to do and like flashes and just like that is the start of the video. So we really want to capture the viewer right away by putting something flashy and making them stay through the intro and then retaining them throughout, like explaining the video and stuff like that and explaining the game and the trophies. But the intro is the main way to like grasp them in. So that's what always takes me the longest. Dude, did I platinum all 3 of these games within like a fucking like week and a half? Like I have the same long ass scruffy hair, straight gross whatever this is, mop on my head for 3 straight videos. It hit me from there. What the heck was that? Let's just get this done. The Omni Wrench. Trade up. Okay. Trade in a set of duplicate hollow cards for a new one. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's what I was talking about right there with the hollow cards. So you get duplicates and you could trade up. See, I had 5 duplicates, so I could then exchange those for a hollow card that I didn't have in a set, which basically made it so then I finished the Omni Wrench set. Oh, we got a trophy. Not my job. Allow the exterma bots. See, stuff like this right here, like the allow the exterma bots, and I think the next one, let's see. On Rigar. Okay. Yes, here is the hoverboard races. We won. Let's go. Stuff like getting a time before or like faster than 1 minute and 45 seconds or whatever like that. See, those would usually be like skill points. I really wish they put like skill points in this game. I think I would have made the game way better. I think the skill points were one of the best parts of the old Ratchet and Clank trilogy. Lose, I fell. Winner, Sand Shark dinner. Win the hoverboard bronze cup on Rogar. Okay, cool. Now I gotta do the other 2 though. Go. Let's go. That's gold cup, baby. Let's go. In this point of the game, we come to our first boss, the Snaggle. See, I think this boss right here was the one that I missed on the Groovatron. I did not hit this boss with the Groovatron, and I think that's why I failed it originally. Beast on planet. Also, that weapon, the pixel gun, that's a really interesting weapon. I actually really like that weapon. Nebula G34. And once see, there it is. I'm hitting him with the Groovatron. I was trying to go for the trophy. This is the wrong save right here because I'm on the original game and I was trying to go for it on challenge mode where I had all of the weapons. I probably didn't have the Groovatron yet. Beat this boss, you are granted with another trophy. Dude, fucking little dance. Dude's breaking it down. Oh, did we do him? Who's a good Snaggle Beast? One of the trophies for this game too is you have to max out every weapon. I don't know what level is max, but I'm just trying to switch between all the weapons and level up as much as possible so I don't have to do much grinding after I finish the game. Spoiler alert, Brandon, you had to fucking grind for just about most of the weapons in the game, which was stupid. I mean, the dumb weapons that I like never used, I had to grind out, but the weapons that I mainly used, I think I got not that bad, but still, I still have to do a grind. See, I didn't like that. In the old Ratchet and Clanks, I didn't really have to grind at all to upgrade my weapons. In this game, I felt like most of it was grinding, upgrading the weapons, and in the past games, I could just get the weapon upgrades just by playing. See, one thing to note about this video being such a huge upgrade compared to my last two videos, and here I'm actually sitting here and explaining like what is happening in the story instead of here's this trophy, here's that trophy. And I think, see, I will always be grateful for this video, even though it's not the greatest video, but compared to the last two videos, watching it back now, this was a huge upgrade compared to the SpongeBob and the Crash one, in my opinion. I'll always be grateful for this video because this was the first video that kind of started to get me on the groove of like starting to like blow up and get a lot of subscribers. As you can see, okay. First 2 days, 67 views in 2 days. That was crazy for me at the time. I remember being at the job that I worked at the time, and just like every 5 seconds, I was just looking at my YouTube Studio app. Just keep looking. Just looking at the views go up and up and up. As you can see in the first coming days, 105 first 3 days, 134 first 6 days, 146. And then look at the typical in this period, 10 to 40. So I wasn't used to this at all. First 9 days, 280, stuff like that. So this was the first video that like kind of started to blow up and kick me into that upper echelon of, wow, I'm actually like starting to like get traction and views on my videos. I'm glad this is the top comment right here and people agree with me on the Death by Disco shit. This comment has 81 likes and it's the top comment. Death by Disco being a bronze pisses me off to this day. Yeah, that trophy fucking sucks, ROS. So thank you for agreeing with me, and 81 other people also for agreeing with me. And you also need this weapon to get a trophy later on. All right, and right here we should yes, here we go. This was the Rhino cards that I was talking about. So yeah, that's how you got the Rhino in this game. You had to collect all of the Rhino holo cards, which is an interesting way to do it. But I think it's also kind of a better way to do it. But a counter to that argument of I want to use the Rhino, maybe I shouldn't have got it on the first playthrough. Now that I'm thinking about it, I caught it on my first playthrough, not even in challenge mode. But another counter to not being able to use the Rhino until now is this right here. Thank God I got that Rhino. I made the game 10 times. Is he healing? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I can see why the Rhino's the best. I just shred. Look at his health. Look at his health. See that? Thank God I got that Rhino. I made the game 10 times. Is he healing? Look at this shit. I can see why the Rhino's the best in the game now. That is crazy. Just melted nefarious. So this room right here was where I was sat for hours. Maximum bullet multiplier in challenge mode. All right. Yep, that was pretty easy just sitting in this room. The reason I said it was easy in this room, you clean out all of the amoeboids in the area. You unlock the oxygen mask. And basically how this works is you would clear out every amoeboid in this area with the gun you were trying to level up, and then you reset the level by going into your options and changing the difficulty, and it would reload the level. I did this for at least like 4 or 5 hours doing every weapon, and the amoeboids would come back, and you can do this over and over and over again. And it was a good way for me to upgrade all of my weapons to max level, upgrade Ratchet's health, and also get tons and tons of Raritanium to upgrade my weapons. For this trophy, all yep, that was the grind right there. Yep, bosses, here it is, the Groovatron fail. Every minor enemy in the game. I'm gonna throw the Groovatron, and I got to the end and threw it at Nefarious here, and I didn't end up getting the trophy. It was heartbreaking, man. My heart sunk. I was like, bro, I'm gonna have to play the entire game again. It sucked, bro. Okay, it was my last trophy at 95%. It was most certainly my last trophy. Give me it. Give me it. The hero of heroes. The platinum is finally done. Anyways, guys, that is Ratchet and Clank 2016 reboot of the first one. If you guys want to see me do a harder platinum, check out the video where I got the platinum trophy for Crash 1. Look at that, man. And I got a fucking ad. Look at me, bro. Instantly ending the video. I knew what to do back in the day. But yeah, that was a video. Huge step up from the first two. All right, one final thing I want to do before we end off this video is I want to go back and I want to see all of my maxed out weapons stats. So here's my armor. I think actually, I don't think there was armor in this game, actually. I think it was just like you kind of got the armor that the game gave to you. But as you can see, 836 Raritanium, 6 million bolts. Let's take a look at some of the weapons. I forgot them. The Plasma Slayer. This was like a sniper. This weapon was pretty cool. Let's see, the Doom Blades. Oh yeah, I used this weapon a lot as well. I didn't really use that weapon at all. The Apocalypse Glove. It was pretty good, but I don't remember using it a bunch. Here's the Rhino. This thing was insane, bro. This thing was absolutely insane. The Peacemaker. Yes, this was my favorite gun in the game. This fucking rocket launcher. It was so awesome. The Goatinator is a really good weapon. It has infinite ammo, and it turns any enemy that you use on it into a goat and basically kills them. Going on next, this is the Fusion Bomb. Had a bigger... Oh, it turned into cluster grenades. That's pretty cool. Zircon Jr. Love this weapon. You use them, and then... Oh, that's not Zircon. Oh, no, you don't even have to use them. It just gives you little, like, sidekicks that, like, shoot at the zombies. I keep trying to say zombies. It's not zombies. It's enemies. Jesus, Brandon. Come on. Get Call of Duty zombies out of your mind. Oh, this was the blaster. That was really good as well. The Pixelizer, like I said, was a really good gun. Turns, like, the enemies into 8-bit for a little bit. That was pretty cool. Where do I teleport here? Teleport to boss. Oh, I can literally just fight. What's his name right now? Actually, let's do that. Let's just destroy Nefarious. Let's just destroy Nefarious. Why not? All right, here we go. Here's the boss fight. See what other guns are in this game. The Raptor launcher. What the fuck is that, actually? I don't even know what that is. Whatever that is, it looks pretty good. This is the lava gun. The Cruiser shot. I don't even want to pull that out. Fuck that gun. Anything else that I'm missing? I think that's it. Let's just absolutely mutilate him with the... Oh my god, look at his health. Holy fuck, look at his health. He's recharging, but, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And he's dead. Holy shit, it literally fries him. It is so crazy, that weapon. It is so good in this game. But that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. That is Ratchet & Clank 2016. Like I said, it's not the greatest game. It's not bad. It's just, will I ever go back to it? Probably not. But I'll always be grateful for this video. It's the video that, like, started really putting me on the map. I mean, the other videos, they did well for my standards at the time, but it wasn't really pushing me, like, farther out to kind of, like, blow up and become, you know, what I am today. But thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more, make sure to sub to the second channel, man. I plan on making even more videos than just the Platinum Rewinds as well. But yeah, guys, it's been Brandon B, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.